and envenomer most potensors that to siege conadel.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about how macadamia nuts, they affect the false signals that tumors send. So the core insight here for the whole video is that macadamia nuts weaken tumor-driven Treg recruitment by suppressing the false autoimmune signals tumors depend on, without suppressing antigen visibility or effector T-cell function. Now that's cool because macadamia nuts, they're doing two things at the same time. So they are weakening the Tregs that tumors send out, because Tregs, they actually steal IL-2 from T cells and making T cells weak. And then macadamia nuts, they also don't suppress the antigen visibility because that's important to train the T cells, because T cells can be naive and they can't battle cancer cells without being trained by antigen presenting cells. Okay, now here's a reason why it's important to have a healthy functional macrophages, which do phagocytosis or engulfing on dying cells. Because if there are stressed dying cells as well as tumor cells, this will upregulate HMGB1. What this allows tumors to do is to release self-derived danger signals to shift more towards an M2 phenotype. Now, the phenotype is the phenotype that supports tumor growth and survival. And that's what the tumor prefers, and that's not a good thing. So it's important to go towards an M1 phenotype, which attacks tumors. Now, as a result of these tumor false signals to the immune system, it looks like sterile autoimmune tissue damage, not infection. And what tumors end up doing is that they hijack the system or the pathway or the process that the immune system activates to resolve the autoimmunity caused by the false signal of the tumor. Because in real autoimmunity, the immune system activates resolution pathways to prevent the self-destruction. But the immune system is activating these pathways to a false signal by the tumor, because the tumor is trying to get the M2 phenotype turned on, which is what the immune system does. It turns on the M2 phenotype because the tumor wants to be supported by the M2 phenotype. So the immune system unknowingly does this by mistake because of the false signal that the tumor sends. So the immune system thinks it's real autoimmunity when it's not. It's actually a false signal. Now, what the immune system ends up doing is that it upregulates Tregs, which steals IL-2 from T cells and then deactivating T cells. So the tumor wants to reduce the number of T cells so that there's less T cells attacking tumors. Therefore, the tumor survives. Okay, so what the tumor ends up doing is that with the false signal that is sent to the immune system, this is also how the immune system ends up being more supportive, is that the tumor sends a signal to the immune system telling the immune system that the tissue, or which is the tumor, it must not be attacked. So the immune system mistakes the tumor for a healthy tissue. So therefore, the immune system doesn't attack the tumor, because the immune system is reducing the number of T cells which would have normally attacked the tumor. So the tumor isn't hiding. It's actually declaring itself as tissue that must not be attacked. So that's what the tumor wants the immune system to think, or that's the message that the tumor sends to the immune system. Okay, so another way that macadamia nuts might be able to intervene is that these nuts, they don't directly kill the Tregs, but they lower the need for Tregs by reducing the false autoimmune noise, by reducing the toll-like receptor 4 autoimmune mimicry. So that's critical. So macadamia nuts are very high oleic acid and extremely low omega-6 linoleic acid, because omega-6 is highly inflammatory, and tumors, they actually upregulate inflammatory signals to help boost those false signals to the immune system. So the result of macadamia nuts is that there is reduced tumor-conditioned macrophage reprogramming. So the tumors, they somehow deactivate, or the macrophage's ability to be able to engulf or get rid of or clean up dying cells, because dying cells were the reason that there was an M2 phenotype to begin with that is protecting the tumors. So macadamia nuts, they help reprogram the macrophages away from protecting tumors and to instead reduce the tumor's ability to create the false signals that supports the tumors, or the false signals that makes the immune system see the tumor as healthy tissue. The macadamia nuts, they help to disable or to reverse the protection of the tumors, and to instead, the macadamia nuts, they help the macrophages clean up dying cells, because the dying cells were the reason that the M2 phenotype were protecting the tumors. Okay, so another thing or deficiency that supports the tumor false signals is iron deficiency leading to hypoxia, because iron is required for hemoglobin, for iron or the oxygen transport to tissues. So this ends up creating a false hypoxia signal, uh, which also stabilizes HIF-1 alpha, which is short for hypoxia inducible factor 1 alpha, even if oxygen is present. A good way to fix the iron deficiency is to repair the lysosomal membrane, because it's likely that the lysosomal membrane is peroxidized and leaking iron, or the iron is not being processed correctly. So a good way to fix the membrane, to seal it up, is with magnesium paired with resveratrol. That way the lysosome can process the iron correctly. If the lysosome can do that, then there shouldn't be hypoxia, because the iron will be processed for the red blood cells to be able to deliver oxygen around to healthy tissue. Okay, if the iron deficiency isn't fixed, well, that's going to lead to hypoxia, and then that leads to IL-6, and then eventually STAT3, STAT3 for short, that supports tumors as well. STAT3 also makes it difficult to restore IL-2 for exhausted T cells, because STAT3 also shuts and closes chromatin, and that can be difficult to reverse. So another good food to add together in combination with iron, or fixing iron deficiency and magnesium, is also papaya. Papaya can also reduce STAT3, but more studies need to be done on humans in order to confirm that. So that's it for the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep it locked in here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.